people that are really adamant about creating their own reality, the law of attraction, manifestation. A lot of times the people that are really into this kind of work also went through a lot of trauma earlier in life. I can't ignore the fact that even within myself, there was a certain part of me that wanted to feel more like I was in control, trying to create a sense of safety through my manifestations, because if anything unknown were to happen, that's the scary stuff. Yeah. And what if what you could actually experience in your life was so much better than what you can even imagine, but we block it because we're like, no, I want my manifestations. It's on my vision board. It's basically about, are you attached to outcome or are you present to the moment and enjoying the process? I follow the thread of excitement, knowing that it's not my job to control how things happen. It's my job to focus on my energy state.
Know thyself. It's not our job to concentrate on outcome. It's our job to live in our now. That word job, you can change it to play. Let's play at it. Let's be kids again. Be like a child. Yahshua said that. Be like a child. Have the mind of a child. Everything is play. Everything exists in their now moment. Know thyself. Welcome to Embodying the Universal Laws, Part 3. I know this is most people's favorite universal law, the law of manifestation. When I stepped into beginning to understand the universal laws, just understand them. I hadn't yet embodied them, but to understand that they had frequency and they were constantly in motion. I started to ask a certain number of questions because I'm always just this questions person. The first question was, what are the universal laws? And I started to ask questions about each and every one of them and how they fit into my everyday life. That has always been my goal ever since I was a kid. If you're teaching me about the Bible, how does that fit in my everyday life? If you're teaching me using other teaching tools, how does that fit in my everyday life? Right? So let's start with an explained definition of the law of attraction. Okay. The law of attraction states that like attracts like. Let's deepen that a little. The law of attraction states that like energy attracts like energy. It didn't say good or bad. It says like energy attracts like energy. What you focus on, what you think about, what you feel consistently, the universe focuses on that. It taps into that frequency and then it mirrors it. Right? Let's talk about the core concept. We're going to just jump right into it. Your thoughts are magnetic. Your thoughts do nothing except pull things in. But your thoughts are like a car. We're going to take it one step because you've heard people say thoughts are magnetic. Your thoughts become things. But your thoughts are like a car. Unless it has petrol in it, or unless you top up the at the energy station, right? If you're driving an energy car, you got to plug it in at some time to resustain it, or get that energy level back up so that you can drive for however many miles that you can drive, or go however many miles you can go on that tank of gas. What your thoughts are the car, or the airplane, or the train, whatever you want to call it, or your motorcycle, whatever you can visualize your thoughts being. It has to get topped up with something. It has to get filled up with something. Your feelings and your emotions are that gas or that electricity that's going to move it. And it's going to do it all on its own. Whatever you're focused on, whatever you put your attention to, right? So your thoughts are magnetic. They have something that they're being attracted to and something that is being attracted to them. Every thought sends out a signal to the universe. Every one of your thoughts sends out a signal to your universe. Your universe. You heard me say it the right way. Everything around you. Your universe. It's listening to you. It's ready to mirror. It's ready to serve you. Know thyself. What are you sending out? Remember last week we talked about that you're not only the receiver, but you're the sender. You're not only the sender, but you're the receiver. Right? So let's drop it down into emotion. Your emotions amplify attraction. They not only help propel the thought along, but they're an amplifier. Your feelings give you thought. Your feelings give your thoughts momentum. Otherwise, your thoughts are just free flowing around you until you focus on it, draw it into you, pull it into you, and put the gas in it to propel itself. It's just an abstract idea. But as soon as you give it feelings and emotions and constantly, it doesn't have any power. It's just an abstract thought flowing. If you never even look at it, it just flows by you. Just like a cloud flows by in the sky. Right? So let's dig even deeper. What does this mean for you or me? Right? Thoughts alone are like seeds. They're just seeds. You go and you buy a package of seeds at a store, a plant store or whatnot. And they're in the package, they're just seeds. They haven't done anything until you plant them. They carry the potential for what they're going to be. Apple seeds, orange, for an orange tree, a peach tree, seeds for, caraway plant, seeds of potential. They carry the potential. A thought is a potential. It can become something. Welcome in, Sandra. Welcome in, Lula. They carry the potential. Your thoughts are that. Let me take you to Jack and the Beanstalk. Right? Jack took the cow to market, traded the cow for a bag of seeds, took the bag of seeds home to his father. His father threw the seeds out. Said, they're not worth anything, Jack. You're got your head in the sky. We needed the money for the to pay our rent or to pay the taxes on the land or whatever. But threw the seeds out, and then the seed got nourished by the rain and grew the beanstalk. Right? They carried the potential. The father didn't see the potential. Jack didn't know what the potential is. But the seed still grew because it was fed. So let's go on. Emotions are the water and sunlight that make those seeds grow, that make those thoughts grow. A thought with no emotion has minimal vibrational charge. But when a thought is charged with strong feelings, it gains magnetic force. It gains magnetic force. And the feelings can be strong in the negative or the positive, depending on where you are. Understand, remember, the universal laws, they have no gray areas and they make no decisions for you. The law of manifestation is no different. It doesn't discern anything for you, and it does not judge you. It has no judgment. It is energy that has never been created, nor can it be destroyed. Only it can be transformed or alchemized, surrendered, and given back to the universe. And all of those are in your control, my control. Like that picture says, trust the universe. It knows what it's doing. It knows that it is energy, and energy is here to serve us. No matter where you go on my pages, you will always know that energy is here to serve us. I always say that. That was the first major thing that I learned that actually propelled me in the right direction for me. It might not be I do not know what the right direction is for you. All I know is know thyself so that you can utilize the tools that the divine left for us, which is the universal laws. And they are never turned off. They are always on. They're always vibrating. They always have a frequency. You can always trust that the universe is going to mirror back what you're feeling and what your emotion is. Okay. A thought with no emotion has minimal vibrational charge. But when a thought is charged with strong feeling, it gains magnetic force. Want an example? Thinking I want loving relationship is neutral. It's neutral because you're not telling it what type of relationship, but you get to say, I want a loving relationship. And I'm not talking where it's just neutral, because we're not talking male, female. We're not talking mother, father. We're not talking sister, brother. Just thinking that, right? But if you want to dig a little bit deeper, if you want to go a little bit deeper into allowing the universe to know what you mean by it, you can say, I'm feeling a deep love. I want a deep love that's worthy of my wholeness and my being. I want such a deep love that when I give it, it gives it back to me. I want such a deep love that it opens me up. It fills me up. I want a deep love that I know it's so deep because I feel joy. You see the pattern? That's the expression of emotion. And if you take it one step further and visualize that, I'm feeling this deep love. It's worthiness. What does worthiness look like from within you? Not all the stories that you've had about what you've seen other people have or do, right? This, you're giving the definition of you and how you feel about what you're vibrating, for, not just for, what you're vibrating for in wants, needs, and desires, and where you're vibrating to because of those wants, needs, and desires. Know thyself. That's called embodiment. Not just to talk about the affirmations, become them. Everybody is a perfect example. Everyone is always talking about world peace. And you ask the divine, the universe for world peace. Well, you have to be the peace that you're asking the universe for, because it has to see what peace means to you. Right? Okay. Some people say, well, why does that matter? It's just the law of attraction. I'm just asking for what I want, and I'm going to get that. Right? And then when you get that, it's not exactly how you wanted it. Well, here's a possibility of why. And there are many possibilities of why. Take what resonates for you and leave what doesn't. Emotion is the activator. Just like putting your key in the ignition. In order to turn the car on, you have to turn the ignition and press the gas pedal. Ping, right? Your emotions tell the universe what's real to you. Not real to someone else, real to you. You get to either tell it how much in alignment you are with what you want, or how much in alignment you're not in alignment you are with what you want. And see, here's the thing. Once again, the universe isn't going to decide, I'm going to change your mind. If you're not in alignment with something you want, whatever you're in alignment with, the universe will give that to you. Perfect example. I want my finances to be abundant. But if you're behind the scenes, I'll never get that. How's that going to come? I can't see how that's going to happen. I don't see where that's going to, how that's going to happen, because I'm doing this. This is happening, situations, circumstances don't reflect that. How's that going to happen? Well, that's what the universe is going to fortify for you, mirror for you. Put you, open up the doors for the doubt, the lack. Right? Why does it also matter that you embody yourself in the vibration of what you really want? The stronger and more positive you are in your emotional state, the faster and quicker the desires that you give to the universe will manifest. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Here's one thing that I know. I used to always hear people talk about people who were lucky, i.e., especially people who play the lotto. They play the lotto, regardless of whether they win or not, they keep playing. Why? Because they stand in the vibrational opportunity that they could win. And if they win $1, they take that $1 that they won and they go buy it again. Or there's just people who walk in to a place and put their name in a lotto. When I was coming up, there used to be where you could put your name in a lotto and you pull a ticket and you had the possibility of winning a car. Well, somebody's got to win the car. But there's a lot of people who say, oh, I'll put my name in the sweepstakes, but, I never win anything. And then there's people who put their name in and say, oh, it would be sweet if I won that car. I could tell you what I do with it. Some people would, say, I win the car. I just go sell the car and buy me a ticket and travel the world. I win a car. I would take a road trip. I win the car. Oh man, if I won that car, I'd sell the car and go pay off all my bills. They're embodying the fact that it's a possibility that they could win. Right? So the next question is, Sandy, how do I embody this? How do I embody the law of manifestation? Practice emotional embodiment. Ask yourself personal questions about yourself. Feel your desires as if they've already happened. Play. Some people look at you and go, that's crazy. What are you doing? It's not for them. It's for you. Practice your emotional embodiment. How would it feel if you won the lotto? How would it feel if every time you did a tax return, you always got a refund and your refunds got bigger? How would it feel if your business grew 3 times what it was when you opened the doors? How would it feel if you met the love of your life just at the grocery store? How would it feel? Play with it. You can use tools like music and visualization, not just the vision board, but kind of like having a daydream during daytime about your significant new pal, or your new car, or your new home, or your new job, or getting that big screen TV. These are physical things, yes, but there are also emotional things that you can also tap into. How would it feel for me to be happy? How would it feel for me to be centered? How would it feel for me to be able to speak up and be my authentic self? What would that feel like? Just embody these emotional practices for you, not for anybody else. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And here's one question that I had to continually ask myself. You can try it or not. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. What emotion do I want to fuel my intention with today? Sometimes I wake up and I go, I just want to, put the fuel handle in and just let happiness guzzle out, or joy. And I get to ask myself, what do I want to do today? Sometimes it's just, I want to be fueled with a smile that won't turn off, and it will make everybody have a great day. Sometimes it's as simple as that. Okay. Now we're going to dive into, and you've heard other people say, beliefs shape reality. Your belief shapes reality. You've heard that said, right? I heard Rhonda Byrne say it often. Michael Bernard Beckwith said it often as well. Beliefs shape your reality, right? Possibly. You don't have to agree. Thoughts, you have thoughts that you vibrate with, whether they're positive or negative. If you vibrate with them long enough, the thought becomes a belief. The belief vibrates long enough, it becomes your truth, and your truth becomes your reality until such time, because it's all vibration, until it's time to change, to transform, right? To go, oh, this isn't working for me. It worked for me for a while. Oh, it's not it's not a good fit for me, you know. Oh, maybe sometimes it wasn't a good fit for me, right? Change is going to occur. Change occurs through thoughts, but not every thought we have. I believe we have over 10 billion thoughts. 60 billion thoughts in a moment, which could be a day or whatnot. They scientists have did the calculations, and they flow through us. But thank God, most of our thoughts don't become manifested, but only the ones that we focus on, negatively or positively charged, they become a manifestation, a situation or a circumstance, a problem, or something beautiful, something wondrous, a great story, beautiful growth and expansion, right? Beliefs shape reality. What you expect and what you believe becomes your experience. So if your expectation is at the end of the journey, if you're already looking at the end of the journey before you've even done the journey, and that the expectation of that final moment is there, and you really don't expect to succeed during your journey, then the universe is going to mirror exactly what you're giving you, and it will give you the end of the journey before you even have it. It has the universe has no recourse but to match you, to mirror you, to create for you. Its intent is to become for you. Your beliefs form your inner blueprint of what's possible. They supersede or override the blueprint that you're born with, that you can tap into as you become more aware and remember or have a recall of that you're a spirit being with a body, with a conscious mind that is becoming an aware soul every time you have a journey. But guess what? If you're not there yet, then your beliefs of whatever you've taken in so far override those blueprints. The main blueprint isn't gone. It's just pushed down. And then whatever your core belief is, that's what the universe or the energy is maintaining for you. It's matching for you. Right? And embodiment means that you have to dig down deep. And sometimes that stuff digging deep, it can give you the itchy scratchies. It can bump up against you that you see bruises start to show up because it doesn't feel good. But if you dive deep into thyself, then you'll understand that when the universe is manifesting for you, it's not doing it willy-nilly. That the universe isn't doing anything, it isn't doing anything at you or to you. It's doing everything because of you and for you. And you're the main ingredient. You're the lead character, and you have the what shall we call it? You have the script as the lead character and the writer and the producer and the set dresser. You've decided who all the extras are going to be. You just don't recall it. And you can change it at any time. You might be stuck in a story right now, and that story might be on replay or repeat, and the universe might be picking up on that energy or frequency, but it's changeable because you get to change it. But you got to know thyself. And sometimes digging deep into who we are or who we were or why we were the way we were hinders us from doing that. Right? If you desire something that's believed to be unlikely or hard, or you don't believe it's for you, your beliefs filter that. So even if you ask for a financial gain, or being a whiz in your business, or finding the love of your life and marrying them, if you have negating beliefs that you're not that, and that is vibrating underneath, the universe, the law of attraction, is going to vibrate along that line. Remember, if you vaguely say, I want to be abundant, but you don't define it, you don't go into you and define what abundance is for you in what area, then the universe can give you an abundance of lack if that's where you're vibrating at, or disharmony, or hate. If you're having a problem disliking somebody that has something that you desire, and that's where you're vibrating at, you'll never get what you desire because you're hating somebody who already has that and not knowing that there's enough to go around, and you can get that too if only you vibrate that way. Not a right or a wrong. The universe isn't judging you. It's not there to be your judge. It's just there to match your energy. Right? Welcome in, Star. Okay, so let's talk about a few of the beliefs. I'll give you an example. One might say, I've always struggled with money, but yet you're asking for an abundance in your finances. But the underlying vibration that you have, that's never going to happen. Why? Because the vibration is, I always struggle with money. Well, guess what the universe is going to bring to you? The law of attraction. It's going to meet that vibration of, I struggle with money, and bring you or allow situations and circumstances to open up to you that give you struggle. Good things never last. I've heard that a few times in my lifetime growing up. So you find the man or the woman of your dreams, you get married, and 3 years later, you're divorced. Right? The other one, I'm not lucky in love. Like love has luck with it. Unconditional love doesn't need luck. But you just said you're not lucky in love. And you're vibrating there. So the situation is going to vibrate that you're going to find somebody that's not going to give you the sustainable love. That opportunity and situation will avail itself to you. Now, and understand this, the universe does not know that it's doing you a disservice because it's not judging you. Right? Basically, in those three scenarios, you're sending a signal of lack or of resistance to the universe. Know thyself. What do you need to know about you? I know for me, I had a story. My mother was a single mother. She was married. She never told her story to me, but I saw that my mother was a single mother and she raised my siblings and I very well. So it never thought to me that that would be an underlying story of if things didn't work out, I could do it on my own. Right? But who knows? That might have been part of a little inkling of that vibration of why I settled with being divorced, or not divorced when my ex left the situation, and I stayed as a he stayed as a spouse out of the home for a while before I actually got divorced. These are stories within me. I don't know what stories are with him in him. So I can't tell you those. I can't see it from his perspective, nor can I share that information with you. All you need to know is we've worked that out. It had to start somewhere vibrationally. For me, it started with forgiveness without him asking forgiveness. I had to move that vibration. I had to shift it because I wanted a relationship. I wanted my children and their father to have a good relationship. And I didn't want to be the reason why it wasn't going to be that way. So I set an intention. And I had to dig deep within me to find out what the energy was there and shift it, change it, transform it. I'm not going to say it was easy. We're not promised easy, but we're promised that change is going to occur. And change is frequency, right? The subconscious mind runs on both our beliefs, and those beliefs continuously shape our experiences. They do it through expectations, they do it through action, and they do it through perception. Our reality is like a mirror. It mirrors it back to us. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Reflecting all our deepest convictions. Our deepest convictions. It just mirrors it. It doesn't convict us. It doesn't judge us. And you go, well, how do I embody this? Not saying it's going to be easy. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Identify your core beliefs by finishing these sentences. Life is. Some people say life is fucked. Life is fucking me. People are. Some people say people are just the shittiest things in the world. I don't know why we exist as humans. I am fearful about everything. It's scary out there in that world. You finish your sentences. I gave you examples. Then gently challenge it, your limiting beliefs with better feelings, better truths. What could it hurt? And embody those truths, see them, feel them. Give a definition of how they feel for you, what they would do for you. If I had $5,000, I would. What would you do? See it. Let the universe see that vibration. Right? Maybe try shifting your verbiage of yourself from I can't trust life to I'm trusting life a little bit each day. I'm learning that life could possibly support me. And then strengthen the belief. Not just with affirmations, but evidence collecting on your own. Out of all the bad things that happened that day, is there one good thing that you overlooked because you were so focused on the negative polarity or the negative energy? Shift your perspective. Now, we talked about the universe not being a judge. It's not your judge, but it responds to you. It responds to your vibration. It responds to your frequency. It mirrors. It's not your judge. It's not your judge and jury. Guess what? We human beings, we're our own judge. Right? The universe doesn't choose good or bad. It just mirrors your energy. Find out what the universe is mirroring from you. And if you're embodying yourself, you're going to find some things that you just might not like about yourself. It's okay not to like those things. It's also okay to find out where those stories or those old dogmas or those old beliefs came from and why you buried them down so deep. It happens a lot when individuals talk about so-and-so triggered me. Well, they might have triggered you, but they triggered you because it was your trigger. You got triggered because it was already in you to be triggered. Where'd the story come from? You get to ask yourself a question. How long am I going to let this hold me back? Every time I want to manifest something, I'm not getting what I keep asking or intending to manifest, but what's manifesting is triggering me. The universe isn't responsible for triggering you. It's mirroring you. Blew me away when I found that out. Changed all my concepts about myself. Right? The universe is impartial. It's vibrational and non-judgmental. It does not reward or punish. It simply reflects the energy you or I emit. Consistently and neutral. to mirroring exactly what we're giving it. What are you giving it? Think of it like this. It's a cosmic echo. That blew me away when the divine showed me that. The universe is a cosmic echo. Whatever I'm vibrating, whatever I'm sending out, the universe is sending back, right? Whether it be vibration through my feelings or my beliefs, whether it's the behaviors, I could act like a total ass and react to somebody that is doing something to me instead of taking a moment, saying, how would I want somebody to react to me if I acted that way? I get the option to have that moment, to just take that moment and go, you know what? The cashier, she's throwing stuff around, she's not taking care of my stuff as she's sliding it through, and she's, and maybe take a moment and go, well, if that was me, I would want her to maybe cut me a smile because I'm having a really terrible day today. I woke up and my kid was sick and my mother came over to take care of him, but she was fussing at me because that interrupted her thing, and I got to work late and my boss yelled at me, and I'm just having a meltdown. Right? How do you want that to reflect back to you? Because the universe is going to give it back. If you radiate fear and scarcity, the universe always says, okay, I'll give you more of that. I'll open a door for more of that to occur. If you radiate trust and abundance by paying your bills with a smile, I learned that every time I would pay my rent, I would say, ooh, I have a whole nother month to live. I have a roof over my head, especially while my children were growing up. When I paid my car note, ooh, yes, this month is mine. I paid for it. I paid for that month. But then I never noticed how the universe would give me more because I would say those things. I wasn't into when that was happening. I hadn't started learning about the law of attraction or manifestation. I hadn't seen the video or the DVD, The Secret. I hadn't watched Rhonda Byrne talk about positive thinking. I still was, on the young single end of raising my kids. But my mother had taught me, to have a little positive outlook. I didn't know about the universal cosmic laws yet, but now I understand it more. Right? You don't need to be perfect or spiritual enough. The universe is going to mirror you regardless of those things. You just need, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, to be energetically aligned. And you need to find out where that alignment falls for you. You don't need to impress or convince the universe of anything. It has no gray areas. It's not going to argue with you. It's always going to respond to your current state, whatever that is. You get the opportunity to release guilt or shame or fear of being wrong in your journey and just go on your journey. I'm not saying you won't have a guilty moment. I'm not saying that you won't have a moment of shame. I'm not saying that you won't have a moment of fear. We've come here to shift and evolve, and part of the lower polarity is when we're moving in the lower polarity. We're learning, we're growing, we're expanding, we're shifting. Shift from why is this happening to me? Big thing. Why me? To what energy might I be emitting or emitting to be attracting this? It's you taking responsibility for you manipulating your energy. Scientists have figured out that we are human atom bombs in these walking bodies. We've got that much power to create. We've got that much power that we're emanating, that we're putting out there. Become accountable for it. Not say, oh, I was wrong, or oh, I was, I was bad. That's not accountability. It's not accountability is not judging yourself. Accountable is knowing that you're that powerful and what you're going to put out, what you're going to change, what you're going to alchemize, what you're going to surrender, what you no longer want, which stories are viable for your highest and greatest good. Nobody else can do that for you but you. Right? Empower yourself by seeing the universe as a mirror instead of a judge. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all? Oh, never mind. I don't need to ask that question. I am. I believe in me. Your thoughts set your intention. Your emotions supercharge it. Your belief will anchor it, and the universe will mirror it. You don't need to beg the universe. You just need to become the energy that you want to become, so that the universe will reflect back to you what you want, when you want it, why you want it. And then if you want more, wash, rinse, and repeat. The Secret, that DVD that came out in 2003, that woman, Rhonda Byrne, she, through what she was going through, went through her embodiment of herself, of her growth and her expansion, and she shared it with the world. She says, how does nobody know about this? How do they not know that they are the creator? How do they not know that they can manifest? How do only certain people know this, and then those certain people aren't using this? When I watched that DVD, I was in awe. I vibrated from the very tippy top of my head to the very soles of my feet. That I was about to learn something more about myself.
Valerio from Italy says, how do I, in practice, genuinely feel happiness and gratitude for something I'm supposed to think I've already obtained if it hasn't manifested yet? I commit myself every day, but I find it difficult to do this so that the things I want can manifest. Give the right tips, please. Valerio, you're not going to win an Academy Award for acting, are you? But that's what you need to do. You need to act the part of having what you want. You have to make your acting so convincing that you convince yourself. I have done this journey hundreds and thousands of times, starting from no way, no hope to total believing. It's inner, mental, imaginary work. It's pretending, and you have to apply yourself. You have to act the part. Just do it for the fun of it. Make it light. Make yourself laugh. That's what I used to do. I would have all these conversations as though it had manifested, and I would absolutely kill myself laughing over it. So I don't know what it is you want, so I can't be specific with tips other than what I've said, but just go for the Oscar, okay? Also, a really great tip for everybody that's written in questions, go to the Secret website, thesecret.tv, and read the stories of people who've manifested what you want to manifest. I would say the same for every person who has sent in a question about believing. If you're having trouble believing, there's nothing better in the world to read a story every single day on our website, or multiple stories. You will find many of the people that have manifested things did exactly that. It's so inspiring. You will read things where they've manifested massive things, which makes your thing feel really small. It just takes your believability through the roof.
Just seeing her, just seeing her. That 2003 was very monumental for me. I went through three things. I was doing the single mother routine, and by then my kids were teenagers, learning how to drive, and not learning. They all learned. Well, my youngest was still learning. He was the last one to learn how to drive. 2003, that was my first stage 0 breast cancer biopsy and radiation. And also I got to dive into acting. I always wanted to act. That was my manifestation. That's what I focused on. And I also focused on, healing myself with the vibration of laughter, and trying to actually, I did it, the learning how to apply the law, the secret. Right? I still didn't know about embodiment. I knew how to lay over my fear being healed. I laid it over my fear. I was like a kid. I pretended. I did have belief. That came from my Baptist background. That also came from my, I guess, born again background as well. But, I did have the belief, but now I'm understanding. I started to understand embodiment, started to learn more about that. And the more I began to embody myself and know more about myself, that I didn't want things because other people had things, I began to ask myself, do I really want this? Or do I want it just because so-and-so had it? What would I really do with that? Where would I use that at? That's how I knew I never wanted to buy a house. Everybody else buy a house. You can be a first-time buyer, blah, blah, blah. But I got to know myself, and it was, I don't want a 30-year mortgage. My kids are not going to be with me forever. Though as parents, we never think that they'll ever leave our side. They must love us immensely, right? We're gonna have a commune, and my kids they're gonna all be married and be in little cottages on the estate. But no, but only I could tap into that me of what I really wanted and how certain things were going to serve me. Why was I asking for certain things? Was it for my highest and greatest good, or was it because the Joneses had it? Was it because of monkey see, monkey do? Embodiment means to live it, to become it, to feel it in your cells, not just understand intellectually. Awareness is aware. And you, the moment you become aware and you say, I'm aware of this, the universe says, aware of what? I'm aware I need to observe my vibration. I'm aware that I need to ask, how am I feeling most of the time? Maybe that's why I'm getting what I didn't want. When you ask, what am I feeling most of the time? This encourages you to become emotionally aware. It's a gateway to becoming not just aware, but aware consciously. What are you creating? What are you manifesting? Why does it matter? Because most of your dominating emotional state is giving energy to the universe to give back to you. The law of attraction responds not to your fleeting emotions. It responds to the emotions that are constantly transmitting. What are you transmitting? It's your emotional baseline. What are you transmitting? Are you transmitting lack? Are you transmitting hate? Are you transmitting being jealous of your neighbor next door, or what they have, or how easy it is for them to get what they get? You don't know what's going on inside. You see maybe they're happy when they come out the door and get in the car and drive in their new car, but you don't know what's going on behind closed doors. Why would you want what they have? You see what I mean? Know thyself. Explore you. Set aside 5 or 10 minutes a day just to check in with yourself. These are 3 questions that were shared with me that I had to do, that I did a check-in for. I had to do it for me. Take what resonates. Find your own questions. First one was, am I feeling calm or anxious? Second was, do I feel empowered or helpless? And the third was, is there a feeling that is keeping me latent, that keeps returning to me no matter what? I had to learn how to journal them. I hated journaling. Why? Because it was like sitting and trying to find the right words to break me down. That's what I felt. It was a breakdown. Pull me apart. And then read it back and go, oh, I feel so awful about this But the thing was, once I learned that it was not about feeling awful about what I was breaking down in me, it was now what do I want to do with what I broke down? I don't want to feel bad about it. I could. What do I want to change? Right? You get to discover why you feel overwhelmed. Some people feel overwhelmed all the time. Their pain body lets them know that they're overwhelmed. When the moment that they're feeling happy, they don't have any pain in their body. But the moment that they get overwhelmed or have anxiety, pain just shows up. I have to raise my hand and go, yeah, my hip does that occasionally. More than occasionally. It's been acting up a lot this week. But my pain body, my body tells me I have to listen to it. I don't want to. I don't want to, because the first thing that my ego says is you're falling apart. But I have to know thyself so that I can know the intention that I want to put out to the universe for healing my body overall. Ask, what is the dominant energy that's radiating, that you're radiating? This expands you beyond what you feel internally. It's about the energy that you project outwardly. What are you projecting? Because remember, you're projecting it out, it's coming back to you. It's mirroring. You're always broadcasting. Through your body language, through your tone, through your words, through even your silent presence. You're always broadcasting. And guess what? Other people pick up on it. You want to explore it? When you enter a room, how do others seem to respond to you? I mean, just an energetic kind of thing. Have you ever heard what some people might say about you from a friend? Oh, they think that you're warm or intense or peaceful or guarded. You really don't talk that much. Not that we're saying that you need to care what other people say, but if you're taking in the information and you're discerning it without judging it about you, then you go, yeah, I might be quiet because I don't trust people. Well, that's something that you've layered down with yourself. If you don't trust people, how do you want to work? How do you want to have a business where you have employees if you don't trust people? How do you? You're asking the universe to grow your business. And in order to grow your business, you need to have more employees, but you don't trust people. Ask yourself, can you be a trusted friend if you don't trust friends? Can you be a trusted partner if you don't trust partners? These are important embodiment questions when you're asking the universe for things. If you realize you often radiate urgency or tension or doubt, consider how you might shift to radiating confidence, ease, and openness. Some people do it through breath work. They do it through just shifting their posture. Some people do it through intention setting or energy clearing or cleansing. You try what fits you. Those are suggestions. Some people journal. Some people do mindless breath work. Some people just actually sit with themselves and notice what the reoccurring thoughts, emotions, and self-talk is. If it's reoccurring, that means that it's going out to the universe and it's coming back to you, and the universe is picking up on it. Every time it reoccurs, every time it goes out, the universe mirrors that back. When you journal or you do mindful meditation, you're allowing yourself to be consistent in your self-awareness process. Remember this, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. The law of attraction, it's not fooled. You can't fool it. It doesn't have any gray area. You can't bargain with it. It knows exactly what it's going to do. It knows what energy is vibrating the most and where it's vibrating from. It responds to your deepest patterns, your energy patterns. They may be hidden to you, but they are not hidden to the universe. Right? I know this is the probably going to be the longest podcast, because manifestation, and embodiment, it's a wonder you get what you get. Right? How to explore the law of attraction when you can't fool it. Sit with yourself. Can you find 3 reoccurring thoughts that you have in a day? Take today. Sit with yourself right now. Have that moment with yourself. Reoccurring thoughts. How about the emotions about those reoccurring thoughts that you felt? Did you find one limiting belief out of them? And is it possible for you to be able to make an empowering shift from that limiting belief? Now, in mindful meditation, you get to observe your thoughts without judgment. And if you observe your thoughts without judgment, you can surrender them. You can transform them, transmute them, alchemize them, and then take on new core beliefs. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Some people may discover thoughts like, I'm not ready. Nothing ever works for me, or I can't do this alone. Once you see those beliefs, you might be able to change it from, I'm growing at this. Things are always working out for me. Or support is always available for me. I just didn't look in that direction. Emotions can be an amplifier, right? Thoughts are the message, emotions are the volume and tone. The stronger and more heartfelt the emotion, the clearer and louder your message is to the universe. I remember Jim Carrey did a video, and he talked about how he wrote himself a check And he manifested that check. He wrote it to himself, but it was for whatever projects that he was going to be doing. Thoughts are the message. Emotions are the volume and tone. The stronger and more heartfelt the emotion, the cleaner and clearer and louder the message is to the universe. You can think about something all day, but if your emotional state contradicts what you desire, the attraction will be weak and conflicted. And whatever you're vibrating the most at, that's what the universe is going to tap into and manifest for you. You can say, I want financial abundance, but if you feel anxious about bills, doubtful about its possibility, afraid to check your bank and your bank account, you're afraid, the universe is going to give you that version of that. Be like a child. Practice emotional rehearsal. Imagine your desires fulfilled, like Rhonda Byrne said, and generate the emotion that would come with that. Like Jim Carrey did. He wrote the check. He knew he was going to be happy when he made that amount of money. Use your visualization. Daydream like a child. When they walk down the stores and they look at the windows and they say, I want that bike. I'm going to get that bike. That bike is going to be under the Christmas tree for me. And that's all they see. What emotions would match the life that you want to attract? Play with it. Play with it. Your beliefs shape your reality. Play with it. If you say you don't deserve love, then that's your belief. Then the universe has nothing to do but mirror back to you that you're not going to have love. You're going to have some failed relationships. If you believe that money is hard to come by, money's going to be hard to come by. You're going to pay your bills, and then at the end of the day, have $10 left till you get paid again to pay more bills. If you believe that you're not good enough to succeed at anything, then you're not going to succeed. Beliefs are self-fulfilling. The universe will mirror what you believe. If you expect rejection, guess what? You will get rejection. If you believe success flows easily and effortlessly to you, guess what? It will flow easily and effortlessly to you, and every door will be open to you. Like we said, the universe doesn't judge. It responds. It mirrors. Whatever you're putting out, whatever you're transmitting, the universe is emitting it back to you. And its job is to put it in manifestation form. Your job is to receive. Your job is to receive. Just like Jim Carrey received his check. received his, not the check from himself, but the check that he expected to get in the acting gig that he was going to do, that was going to put him, not only on the map of being an actor, but so that he could get paid, because he wasn't making any money at that particular time.
I had a substitute teacher from Ireland in the second grade that told my class during morning prayer that when she wants something, anything at all, she prays for it and promises something in return, and she always gets what she wants. Well, I'm sitting at the back of the classroom. My family can't afford a bike, so I went home and I prayed for one. 2 weeks later, I got home from school to find a brand new Mustang bike with a banana seat and Easy Rider handlebars. My family informed me that I had won the bike in a raffle that a friend of mine had entered my name in without my knowledge whatsoever. So that type of thing has been happening to me ever since. As far as I can tell, it's just about letting the universe know what you want and working toward it while letting go of how it comes to pass. Your job is not to figure out how it's going to happen for you, but to open the door in your head. And when the door opens in real life, just walk through it. Oh, and why not take a chance on faith as well?
Why not take a chance on faith as well? Be in alignment. Be in alignment. Feel it before it manifests. Have inspired faith before it manifests. It doesn't matter how many times you go to the car lot and test drive that same car. How does it feel every time you get in the behind the driver's seat, in the driver's seat behind the wheel? Does it feel like yours? Is it a smooth ride? Could you see yourself taking a long trip down a winding road? Listening to a brand new stereo? Be like a child. Children are in alignment. They're in alignment until an adult tells them that they are not in alignment, or they should not do this, or they should not do that. Be inspired. Don't force it. What's that song? Don't force it. Right? How would you feel? Trust, just like Jim Carrey said. Have a little belief, a little faith. Trust. Release attachments to the outcome and just enjoy, just have fun. At inspired play. And then all that we've learned right now, apply it to your daily life. Not just the things that you want, in every area of your life. Every time I walk into a grocery store and there's only one line, I play. I say, wouldn't it be fun for two more lines to open, two more cashiers to open up? Wouldn't it be nice if they opened up and I got called to be first to second? I play with that. I'm going to tell you, and it's happened a couple of times, and I went, yes. And it's happened while I was with other people, and they go, man, you're so lucky. No, that's inspired faith, inspired belief, inspired intention. That's me allowing myself to have a thought that can shift. Practice being just like a kid and playing with it. Recalibrate your emotions. They're yours. Your ego, your egoic self, your egoic mind, your egoic unconsciousness is not outside of you. It's part of you, and you get to master it. You get to allow it to become part of you, to merge back with that higher beingness in you that is recalling that it is a sovereign being come here to play with a inside a human body and with a conscious, aware mind. So you get to retrain your ego and say, look, your ego is nothing but energy. Your egoic mind is nothing but energy. It cannot die. It can evolve. And it's yours. You get to be thankful and grateful even before you receive. You get to reframe all your challenges. You get to take your setbacks and create from the setbacks something new. It's only energy. You get to transform it. You didn't want it to be your setback? Well, change your thought pattern. Find out where that thought is laying, being pushed down, and why you feared it, and let it come up. Feel it, and then let it go, and replace it like you do your phone and your computer when you upgrade. You're upgrading you. What kind of, you have to sit and tap into you. What energy, what vibration, what frequency are you transmitting to the universe to get back what you're getting back? What is in the moment of teaching for you? You get to ask yourself this question. What is in the moment of teaching for me about my vibration and my belief? So in closing, I want you to recall that you are a powerful creator, that the universe is always responding to your vibrations. It's always responding to your words. It's always responding to your actions. When you align your thoughts and your feelings and your actions with the desires that you choose and that you trust, without seeing the outcome, you become a magnet for your miracles. You get to embody it, you get to live it, and you get to become the attraction. Did you hear all those yous? But guess this, or get this, not guess it. You don't have to do any of this that we just talked about today. You get to live your life exactly the way you want to live it. And the universe will give you exactly what you're vibrating. And you get to live that moment. That's called free will. So if you want to live in lack, the universe will say, I'll give you more lack. It's not going to argue with you. And the divine is going to say, the divine creator is going to say, I am seeing myself as so-and-so, and so-and-so is seeing his or herself in lack. Let it be so. No wrong or right to it. It just is. Capital I, capital S. So I'd like to thank you very much for joining me. I hope this has helped. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. There is so much more to embodying all the universal laws, but the manifestation and you saying, I'm not getting what I am waiting for. I'm doing all the things. And my question is, are you really? Have you gone inward to find out why you're not getting what your intention is? Because the universe intends to give you everything that you want, desire. Because that's what the energy was created to do. The energy comes from the creator. That's why I say created. It comes from the creator, and the creator creates. What do you want? Know thyself, and then know what you're asking and how it feels to get what you've asked for without the end result at the end, so that you get to play the whole time. Thank you for joining me. One love, balance and wholeness of energy to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being part of this wonderful podcast. And I will see you next Tuesday with the next law. Thank you, thank you, thank you. One love.
Step into a sacred space of nature, wisdom, and community at the Ascended Masters Nature Retreat, August 15th to 17th. That's the power of connecting with Ascended Masters in a supportive community. If you're seeking that kind of profound spiritual experience, join us for the Ascended Masters Nature Retreat at $122. Register now with the link in the description or visit Sacred Light Retreats. Spaces are limited. Questions? Text Marcus Crystallite at 513-238-5580.